I think that India really is like China 15 or 17 years ago when I first got involved with China in so many ways. Um, and so, I think that the stage really is set for economic growth in India, and it's incredibly compelling. I mean, you've got the largest population now on the planet, unlike China,
Yeah.
which now has a sort of a developed demographic. It's the youngest part of the world.
I understand that.
It's
So,
got
I understand that. I've covered India for a very long time. I was based there for a very long time, a major part of my career. So I get where you're coming from. But if you're looking at internet and e-commerce opportunities in India, they're few and far between in terms of representation in the listed space, right? It's a growing market, so I get where you're coming from in terms of your interest. But how do you look at the likes of a Paytm, Zomato, Nykaa? Nykaa, of course, is profit-making. How do you look at, their potential to scale up with profitability?
Well, I think the potential for that is very large, and that's why I think investors should be excited about the space. I mean, it's still very early. E-commerce is only 5% of retail sales in India right now, and it's 5 times that in China. And so I think all these businesses, they have their own unique opportunities and their own unique challenges. Whether it's Zomato, as you mentioned, in the food delivery space, or Nykaa in online beauty, which is almost certain to have a long-term secular tailwind. Paytm, Bajaj. There's going to be so much economic growth in India, and as we've seen in the United States with the first internet wave, with China in the second internet wave as Alibaba and Tencent became, enormous companies. Now we're going to see the third wave, and India is the biggest part of that. And it's not clear exactly who will be the biggest winners or losers. I mean, people have their different opinions, but that's part of the beauty of using something like INQQ, which gives you the whole sector. You buy the haystack. And I think that, while these stocks have gone down since they've been public, which is, for most of them less than 2 years, the long-term opportunity looks good, and the valuations right now, I think, are actually pretty compelling.